Welcome back to our 23rd recording of C, Salinas Economy with Lauren and Anna, the two economists predicting the future so you don't have to. Today we have a very special guest, Adam Trask, here unpacking his new innovational and economically efficient idea.
This, ladies and gents, could be the idea of the century.
Well, I wouldn't quite call it that, but thank you. It's an honor to be featured in this edition of C.
Adam, please, your audience is eager. What is your phenomenal idea?
I realize that in New York, during the winter, they are not able to grow fresh produce. In contrast, the weather in Salinas is nicer and warmer throughout the year. Therefore, we have a longer growing season. I know the demand for fresh produce in New York is high in the winter, so I figured why not attempt to ship them fresh produce?
Genius. Absolutely genius.
Why, thank you, Anna. So I decided to experiment. I chopped ice fine and laid a head of lettuce in the chopped ice, then wrapped it with wax paper. After 3 whole weeks, this still comes out fresh and nice. Then I bought the Salinas ice plant, and as we speak, they are preparing their first shipment to New York.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Who endorsed you on this unorthodox trial?
I consulted successful businessman Will Hamilton before embarking on this endeavor. He advised me against it and expressed that the chances for success are low.
So why did you continue to pursue this business venture?
Well, Anna, that takes me back to where I originally found the inspiration for this idea. Somewhere up in Siberia, they dug a mastodon out of the ice. It had been there for 100,000 years, and the meat was still fresh, sweet as a pork chop.
So, just because a permanent ice cap preserved an animal, you believe that ice will preserve produce while being transported?
Well, ice preserved the produce in my icebox, so yes.
Yes, but your icebox is not moving across the country.
Well, okay, but the mastodon was there for like 100,000 years.
Wow, Mr. Trask, you're really stuck on the idea of the mastodon thing.
Well, of course. It's the main reason I believe the venture will be successful.
This reminds me of episode 17 called Economic Fallacies.
Affirming the consequent.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm lucky I haven't studied my fallacies.
Thank you for tuning in to episode 23 of C, Salinas Economy with Lauren and Anna.
And thank you, Mr. Trask, for being our guest. We wish you luck with your endeavor.
And we're back on C, Salinas Economy. Welcome to our 28th recording. For this edition, we brought back a special guest from episode 23.
Ladies and gents, this is the man, Adam Trask. If you don't remember or didn't tune in, he explained to us how he recently bought the Salinas ice plant and was attempting to ship fresh lettuce across the United States.
So Adam, it's been a month or so. How did your trial work out?
Well, the train reached Sacramento, but a snowslide closed the Sierra for 2 days. The cars stood on a siding, dripping their ice away. On the 3rd day, the freight crossed the mountains, and that was the time for unreasonable warm weather throughout the Midwest. In Chicago, there was a confusion of orders, and the 6 cars of lettuce stood in the yard for 5 more days. When the freight arrived in New York, it was 6 carloads of, well, horrible slop.
Well, Anna, looks like we called it.
Yes, it seems like Mr. Trask has reasoned illogically.
Yes, it's still hard to understand why you believed it would work. Just because a permanent ice cap preserved a mastodon doesn't mean that ice will preserve lettuce as it is shipped across the country.
I know. I figured out my error in reasoning. Hopefully my next business venture will have a better result.
We wish you all the best, Adam.